Hello, my name is Brooke Anderson. I was involved in developing some of the software behind this web application that lets you practice online problems for this course. And so I was just going to walk through quickly how you can use it. John's going to send you a login page. It's this address right here. Once you get in, you can log in using your name. My name is Brooke Anderson, so I can log in using that. We did the name list, so if you had more than one first name on the roster, it will only be the first of those. But then if you have a last name that has a space in it, you can still use your full last name. All right. Once you log in, you can choose what kind of session you want to do. There are two different ways that you can practice this. The first way is to do a practice set. Now this gives a score as you're going, a kind of grade. It doesn't count at all towards your course grade, but it allows you to do some self-evaluation of how much of the material you've gotten through and how many you've gotten right. The other option is to practice, and here it's not going to give any kind of a graded score. You will find out whether you got the last question right or not, but it won't give you a final grade. And here you can choose to do one of a number of different topics. So all the topics are listed down here. I think the only one that really needs some explanation is down here at the bottom. We have CLT example 1 and CLT example 2. These are two specific examples using the central limit theorem. And both of them only have one question type, and it allows you to repeat that same question over and over again. All right, so I'm going to walk through the practice set version first. There are two practice sets. They're divided by the material. So the first practice set covers stuff that's covered earlier in the class, and the second is stuff that's covered later in the class. So if you go into that, there's some instructions that you can read through about specifically how to do it if you want. And then when you're ready, you can start the questions. So you will get a question. Some of them will have figures, and you go down, you can read the question, and then I'm just going to randomly pick one, but you can choose an answer down here. Once you've chosen an answer, you'll get some feedback. If you got the answer incorrect, you'll find out that you got it incorrect. It will also repeat what your answer was, so you can try to understand why you got it wrong, and then give the correct answer and an explanation for why the answer is correct. And whenever you're done with that question, you can move on to the next question, doing next question. All right, as you're doing this, it'll keep track of the current grade. Again, this isn't something that is graded for this course. This is just a self-evaluation. For the grade, there are a number of different question types within each of the practice sets, and once you've gotten, I believe, 3 out of the last 4 of that question type that you've tried correct, you will have full credit for that. So this score will never go down as you continue more, but once you've got 100, that means that you have gotten at least several of each question type right, and that you've gone through all the material in that practice set. You'll also get feedback by topic. So here there's a list of all the different topics that are covered by this practice set. And as you answer questions in them, you can see that last question was in distributions. And so it'll keep track of how many within each topic you've gotten right. And that'll help you keep track of areas where you might need to work a little bit more or go back and revisit the notes. Once you're done, you can log out with the That'll Do button, and then when you log out, it will summarize both your grade, and then also it'll break down the performance by topic. So let me go back to the login. The other thing that you can choose to do is you can practice, and you can choose to practice specific topics. So if I wanted to practice samples and populations, and then also distributions and maybe confidence intervals, you can select those and then start the practice session. Again, if you want, there's some specific instructions that you can read, and when you're ready, you can start the questions. Again, this will show the same kind of problems and the same content as in both the practice sets and then these practice by topics. Here, the difference over here is you don't get that graded feedback. Here, you're just getting the feedback by the topics that you chose to do. And then whenever you're done, again, you can do the That'll Do and log out. Please let us know if you have any problems or questions with this. This is something that we're still developing, and we've tested it out in one class before, but we would love to get some feedback on ways we can make it better.